You know what he said in Romans 7, I know what I should do. I just don't seem to do it. Know what
Yep.
I shouldn't do. It's what I find myself doing. Think, man, bulk majority of the population can identify with Paul there. And he says, who's going to deliver me from this? And of course, he alludes to Jesus Christ. But that's the tendency when pressure comes, it presses out what's in us. And what was in Jonah was running.
Yep.
And it tends to be in most of us.
Yep. And that's a good segue. That second point you said is we need to commit ourselves to God and to his plan.
Absolutely.
Which, I know can be tough for a lot of us. And I think it's funny how we often talk about silence and solitude here.
Yes.
And how it came up today in the message, and I was even talking to somebody this week, I forget who, but they mentioned the podcast, and they're like, every answer doesn't need to be silence and solitude, but they're like,
funny.
I understand why it's silence and solitude, but it's like every time it comes back, silence and solitude. But you talked about, Jonah, it was in the belly of that great fish.